Hi everyone, it's Carrie, aka Nerdy Girl Crates, and welcome back to my channel. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's Indie Friday, and as promised, here is part 2 of my Earthbound review. This week we're going to look at Earthbound Volume 2 from Narwhal, and we're going to see how it holds up to the first volume. Now, just a brief synopsis, it's about a group of aliens who go to Earth and are tasked with recruiting people for a kind of like event, almost like a game. I'm not sure exactly what it is because it has not been revealed yet, but I'm kind of getting the impressions like a Hunger Game type thing. Could be wrong. Now, what happens is that two of them are pitted against one another, and a third one, a friend they haven't seen in a long time, gets caught up in the mix. And they are all at this high school. And this is where things get really crazy. So Volume 2 picks up with the teams heading towards the high school dance. And things go wacky. And there is this whole sequence of nothing but the three of them shooting guns at everybody and targeting people to recruit them for this event. And there's two girls who are part of this sisters group who I still don't really understand too much about. Could be me, but they're watching on as this fight goes on. And it's just like chaos. And it gets so out of the hand, like the next day, everybody's called in to investigate the massacre, which really wasn't a massacre because nobody, I don't think, is technically dead. They're more in a coma because they find out something with the gun that if it's used a certain way, it could cause somebody to go into a coma, but I don't want to reveal too much about that because I'll be spoiling it. And the three main characters are kind of like in this bind of just trying to get as many people as possible. So, because two of them are promised their freedom, but only one of them can get it. So, two of them are trying to battle for their freedom. And the other one, he just kind of like doesn't want to go back to being enslaved or anything like that. He wants to live freely. So, the art, once again, it's Narwhal style. It might not be for everyone. It's pretty much kind of rough. It's the best way. More animated. Like certain characters look very much more realistic in some ways, while other characters look very cartoony. And usually they're the comic relief. I said this in the first part. But one problem I have with the art was like this fight sequence. It seems like people's appendages suddenly got longer during the fight scenes. Again, that could just be the charm of his art. I don't know, but it was kind of odd. Like, I see arms suddenly longer than they were before. I could be missing something. I just thought it was a little weird. The story-wise, it's kind of like an 80s sci-fi teen comedy. I kind of, like, referenced this in the last part. But it gets so wacky to the point where just like they're shooting, they've got teachers now on teams, they've got students on teams, they got parents on teams, and these guns just kind of like brainwash these people to become submissive to their team. That's the impression I'm getting. And it's just kind of like they're shooting people more than once and everything. It's going back and forth. And then in the end, you get a twist, which maybe was surprising, maybe not surprising, depending on how observant you were during this whole story. But it does set up for this to continue, so I'm kind of curious about what this event is. I forgot what they called it, so I keep calling it the event. But we're definitely going to probably go there in the next volume. It's good. I think this one was much more action-packed than the last one. There is definitely that whole dance fight scene. I'm at the dance, the fight scene. And it's kind of interesting because for like 2 pages, there's like no dialogue. You just, from the point of view of these two girls standing off to the side, you're just watching people flipping around, shooting guns, beating down one another. It was it was a lot of fun. It was almost like you wish to see this in action, like either animated or live action. Because I still feel like this story could be done either way. And it's just hilarious because you have the little guy who's the conspiracy theorist, and he's kind of like being pulled back and forth between both sides. You have like the relationships between some of the characters that are kind of like compromised because of this whole situation. I would recommend it. I would suggest, I know Narwhal says it's still in demand, so I will put the link down below, so I would suggest go to check it out. If you want to wait, I'm sure on the next campaign, Narwhal will probably more than likely throw in the first and second volume. However, I would suggest grab it now just in case, because I know sometimes creators might combine everything into an omnibus, and if you prefer to have just the individuals, maybe go that way. Otherwise, I'd wait and see. But like I said, I will have Narwhal's link down below so you can check it out. It's still in demand. Go ahead, down in the comments section, tell me, have you read Earthbound? Is there any other indie comics you suggest that I should check out? Don't forget to hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.